Welcome in, fans of the American Premier Soccer League, to a special Tuesday night presentation of the Delaware River Conference. Home side today are reigning conference champions Westchester Predators in white, the away side Alloy SC in green. I'm Phil Boda with cameraman and producer Nick Krause, and today's Game and Frame broadcast is sponsored by Umbro. You can head to umbro.team.com to start designing your kit for free today. Produced by Umbro, designed and worn by you. It is a playoff-type atmosphere tonight at Kildare's Field in Westchester, Pennsylvania, as the first and third teams in the conference collide. Plenty is at stake in this match as Westchester has the opportunity to win the conference with a victory or a tie over Alloy SC. However, the last time these teams met was October 11th, which went all the way to a 5-3 victory for Westchesters. So goals are certainly in our future as Ridge Robinson, the captain for Westchester, has 30 on the season just in the APSL. He's over 60 across all conferences. But Ryan Butler and Luke Nall combining for 30 goals this campaign for Alloy SC. So this is surely to be a high-flying affair that you do not want to miss as we take our sides. We do have our center referee, Cass. He'll be guiding you through this one, keeping all the players safe as we are under the lights. Now, of course, folks, if you've been following the APSL throughout the 2025-2026 campaign, this is basically the supporter shield, right? If the Westchester wins or ties this match, so they basically win the conference, but there's still that 14 playoff that then they go and face the other conference winners from around the APSL. You can always go to apsl.com to see all the different fixtures from around the league in total and see what teams have stacked up and where maybe our champion from Delaware River will go to next, whether it's the Metropolitan Conference, the ones in Virginia, whatever it may be. A quick huddle for Westchester. Of course, they're led by Coach Blaze, and he expects nothing but perfection from his side, and he's gotten that this season. Westchester 16 wins, 2 draws, and 0 losses. The draw came recently, actually, against Real Central New Jersey. That was a 3-3 affair. I know Real Central New Jersey was very happy with that result. Westchester, not so much. However, they are quite ahead in the table standings. So not in threat of losing that playoff position. But if they can close out the season here today, get that conference win, they'll be all better for it. We won't get started here now. Of course, Westchester, they'll be playing that traditional 4-2-3-1. They've kind of gotten that to perfection. On the other side, though, Alloy SC, when I got the team sheet from Coach John, it was more of like a 5-4-1, kind of sticking in this low block, maybe playing some counter-attacking opportunities. If they can get a draw or find an opening opportunity, which they might find one here, great through ball, but easily claimed by Tino Nace. Swing that out. It's Charlie Wilson, an avid defender, number 11. A couple new players, at least on the squad. Not John Ricks, a stout lad. Sometimes get pretty heated on the pitch. Got to be one to look out for. Dylan Lacey not on the roster today. Another guy with a hot head for Westchester. Ball can't find Axman, who's on run. Ascoli, though, picks the pocket of Alloy. Flicked away. Dunina. Charlie Wilson, he gets shoved in the back as he was trying to locate the ball. That was number 10, Luke Nall, who commits the foul. As a reminder, he has 17 goals on the season, and it's plays just like that. It's racked up that many goals. Bernays. I love the way that Westchester does play this 4-2-3-1. Ascoli, he'll push forward, facilitate the attack. Bernays will sink a touch, kind of be that stopper for the team, make sure the balls don't get too deep into their defensive third. Good switch from Axman. That find the foot of Troy Emspicker. That's a new player for Westchester, not one I've seen. We casted them a lot in the fall and in the summer, but they've made some acquisitions throughout the year. It's good to see the club evolving. Of course, different players
Pests are terrible guests. So before they move in,
tournaments, especially for the likes of Westchester. Alloy with the ball now, but not for long. Bonina. A back flick for the on-running Null. Slide tackle, great from Bernays. That is Mohu. 7 goals, 9 assists on the season for him. He has an eye for the back of the net. Puts it on to Troy. He cuts it back to Mohu, slings it. That'll bounce off the goalkeeper and it'll stay in. The goalkeeper, that is Connor Bell, flings it out. Easy come, easy go, as they say. And back with Westchester, the ball. That's Jacob Weaver. Mohu on the wing. Bernays. Good ball movement, good patience from the home side. Turned, but turned over the ball is what happens. Fights for it to get it back. Turning his face. That's where those drills, those hours of practice come through. Now hustling forward is the team captain. That's Micah Hostetter. Ryan Butler now pushes it wide. Donina fighting, battling, dragging down the defense. It'll be Luke Nall, however, who makes his way into the box. And he tries to go for goal. But all I can do is go out of bounds for a goal kick. The big question mark for me in this contest would be how the defensive lines hold for both of these squads. Obviously, last time, 8 goals between the two. So the defense a tad porous. See if they've shored it up since October. I'm sure they have. Mohu and Ridge trying to work together. The ball back for Aloy. Just a moment. Axman flings it high. Great turning in space from the captain, Ridge. Tries to poke it forward. Can Troy get there? No. We like the vision, but now lock-in is called from Westchester. They want to pin him in to the defensive third. Let's see how Alloy SC escapes. A long throw might do it, but only as far as John Ricks. Here's Butler. We see Butler get frustrated. He can go for some aggressive challenges up there at the top, so be on the lookout for that as Coley once again intercepts the pass. Mason Miller harried and chopped down. The foul will be called as Coley gets the starters quick. Referee Cass sending the ball back, says it wasn't fully at a halt. There's Butler already. You can hear him hot-headed, going with the ref. That battle goes the way of Alloy. Oh, they try to feed Null. Can't find the pass. That's a tough ball to thread for sure in the jaws of the defense. Ridge Robinson deep to receive the ball. He gets tripped up quite quickly. That is Mateo Adaleta. Commits the foul. Ball's in play. And played over to Mohu. He swings it in. Knotted down, but knotted out. Actually, now I come to think of it, the last time we watched these two play, at least for me, was in the Delaware River Conference final that Westchester won. I remember that game quite vividly just because Mohu went out with an injury, but not after scoring a goal. Westchester ended up winning out the day there, lifting the trophy for sure. Weaver contested. Bernays gets it away quick. Rex trying to feed Ridge. Nice header back to Connor Bell. Clever from Justin Kiefer, number 25 on defense, but here's Hostetter. That's a long and lofted ball for Butler, who was on the chase. And Butler is offsides. The fans now have steadily made their pilgrimage to the bleachers for this special Tuesday night game. They want to see their home side win and potentially hoist that conference title. Tino Nace surveying the fields. He'll go for Ricks. Gently brought down. To the center of the pitch it goes. Bernace on the turn. Mohu with some space. He's going up against Kedrick Yoder, however. Can't get beyond him. Charlie Wilson. And Axman further forward. Feeds Mohu. Mohu likes the ball at the top of the box. Let's see him cut inside a lot. That time pinned in deep, but he recycles it neatly for the home side. Mohu receiving again. You see the runners waiting for the ball to be served on a silver platter. The overlapping run. Weaver. Long switch over. Troy looking to cut in. A nice step over around the defense. Fees Ridge. Ascoli with the left-handed curler. Knotted away. Ascoli, one of the assist magicians on this squad. Wasn't really looking for goals, more looking for the cross, but calmly dealt with by the defense. They're not out of the woods just yet, however. It's the ball battering on the door against him. Mason Miller now. Back to Mohu. I want to see a cross in from him. There he goes. Center for Ridge. Jumped too early. Bell elects for the punch. Fortunately, falls to the feet of Danny Rowe. Danny Rowe, one of my favorite players on Alloy SC. Oh, that's a push in the back for sure. Mohu.
Good then, better now. 6 health essentials in every bowl.
But yes, Danny Rowe, he plays in this center defensive mid, but can move higher up the pitch. Always like those center defensive mids. It's kind of what I used to play back in the day before I planted myself in the net. It's a defensive effort, but not the last defenders. You don't get all the pressure in the world, but pressure now is as Coley goes around 2, but not the third. A quick turn for Null, and look at the on-running Dunina. Whoa, off the line quick is Tino Nace, and it had to be to cut off the danger. We haven't seen much in the way of the attack from the away side, but this might be a prime opportunity for them. Long throw, maybe incoming. That is Jeremy Wells. Puts it down. Dunina. Away is called, but it gets under the feet of Weaver. Uh-oh, this could be disastrous for the home side. Luke Nall, clinical inside the 6. Weaver's got to wake up. Listen to his goalkeeper. When he says away, you put it away as fast as you can. There the ball goes. Kiefer. Looking for a friend. Goes long with it. But Axman stouts in defense. Mohu. Back heel. But to the other side. No. Pushes it wide. Cross potentially incoming, but cutting into the box. Cutting to the top of it. Danny Rowe to Butler. Pings off the ref. Will he stop the play? He'll keep it going. Vantage is given a long ball to Duina. No one is there for the nod down. Fortunate for Alloy to get the ball back here. Hostetter. Wells. Goes back to Bell. That's fine. Stretch. Maybe find that long ball that's been kind of working for him. Cutting through that back line. Miller is looking for Ascoli. Intercepted. Danny Rowe now. He turns and runs. Patiently on the line on 4 runners for the away side. Cross. Thought about it. Drives instead. Jockeyed off the ball. Easy from the side in white. Ascoli quick on the turn. Quick on the feed. Maybe too quickly out of bounds. Applauding the effort, though. It's number 3, Troy. And some of the fans in the crowd, they see the vision. Ball out of bounds. That'll be for Westchester. And quickly restart with Ricks. Brace. Axman with Green ahead of him. Mohu. You can see how Alloy becomes compact when Westchester has the ball. So many numbers behind it. And they just leave Butler kind of dangling at the midfield line should anything squeak through. Mohu, potential with the deflection. Ridge was not expecting it, so normally he's on running like those like a shot, but Bell spying up the fields, smacks it long. Wilson. Ricks. Oh, ping pong off of everybody. Reaver called into action. Axman helps him out. Bernace will clear the lines. Well poked from Mason Miller. Mohu on running. He goes behind one, now into the box. He could have a shot on. He feeds it! Oh! That was delicious across the 6-yard line. Somebody just had to get anything on it. And it was a goal, and that is offside for Butler. Butler, his pleas fall on deaf ears. We could see it from here that was offsides. Saying he was in his own half, no chance. Wilson. But that's the kind of aggression I like to see from the away side. They need to get some points here too. But in the box is Axman, a great shot, parried away. Ridge goes for goal and into the back of the net. The 31st for the captain. Opens the scoring on maybe a fortunate deflection from Bell. But he'll get his just desserts. Bell took a hard shot. Tried to push it over the back of the crossbar. But it kind of wiggled away from him. Ridge, he told him, we told you, those are the kind of balls he likes to get onto. He's running for some of those deflections, always crashing the net. That's what to teach you during the youngin' days. That's something that he's got his bread and butter on. 31 goals in the APSL. That'll be 61 across all conferences now for the Cat. How does Alloy respond? No. Wells. Hostetter. Bit of trickery from the captain. Bonina. Heavy touch. Danny Rowe. Spinning in danger. Spun back to his defensive line. Hostetter. Again, keeping his heads up. He's desperate for a friend. Bonina. To Null. He's got to be quick on the ball. Stopped up. Hostetter. A hefty boot. All done from Axman to get it back to the keeper. The Cat, the attack snuffed out from the away side, but a good attempt. They might not have many opportunities. They have to make use of them when they have time on the ball. Mohu has had plenty of it on running once again. Ridge. He's got a goal. He also has plenty of assists across the season, mind you. Cuts it back. Almost gets to the on-running Ascoli, but a dangling leg will deflect it away. Butler. He moves it on, and oh my word, the speed. Dunina. Tried to catch Nace off his line, but the ball didn't have enough power on it directly at the lad in orange. So much quickness in number 21 for Green. They want to feed him as much as they possibly can. Another ball over the top ridge. Gives a thumbs up. He said, I saw it. I just had to fix my shin guard. Couldn't go on the run. Good patience from the captain. Once again, a lofted ball. A let from Butler. And a cleanup from Axman. High line from Alloy. Here's Ricks. Thought about a long ball, but instead, Ridge with a back heel, and he gets it back. He goes for one more. That is Kiefer with a heroic play. That's exactly what Westchester was looking for. Just continuing that play onward. They're continuing the ball forward as Bernace, higher up than he usually likes to play, but he'll try to go into the box. Unlucky as it pings off him for a goal kick. Bell eyeing up the fields. Maybe for the likes of Butler, the likes of Null. Butler will get the flick on, and exactly to Null it lands. They wanted one more pass. Good attempt there from Troy. Not good enough. Duina tries for the turn. Big touch away from him. Here's Null. A few runners ahead of him. Tries to cross up Butler for the back shoulder run. Denied. Mason Miller. Calmly done. Ricks feeding Ascoli in a tight pocket of space. Pushes out to Mason Miller. He's been all over the pitch so far, this midfielder. Feeds some Green and gives it up to the other side. And as Yoder picks it up. Weaver does well against Butler. Not well against the second wave of attack. Cuts it out, gets his body in front. Will they call it? Now they will. Referee Cass was potentially playing an advantage. Jake Weaver using those long legs to take the space and get the foul called onto him. Referee Cass trying to keep the lid on this one. So once again, this is Westchester in first, Alloy in third. We do have a substitution early on. Jeremy Wells, he was holding that hamstring, and he will take a spot on the bench. Instead, William Ardiles, number 59, in the orange cleats here on the near side, has entered the fray. Urging his team forward is Nace. He was looking for Troy. That ball just too far ahead of him. Ricks thought about the switch. It's all just a feint. A hustle tackle from Dumina. He's got to do a lot of work. Number 21 in green in this channel. Lofted ball in. Too hot to handle for the sides currently. Now, reset for Weaver. Chips it on. That'll bounce for Bell. An easy catch for him.
Voila!
Meatloaf? Again? That's it? I'm switching families.
Saw the vision from Weaver. Had an on-running Troy just couldn't get there. That one slices off the boot of Bell. You hate to see it as it spirals in the night. Charlie Wilson rises to meet it, battles against Nell. Weaver steps to. Mace fighting through challenges. Ascoli trying to feed Troy once again. Too much heat on that pass. Ardiles, his first touch. Danny Rowe on the turn. That's a lovely battle between those two. Mishandled, unfortunately, from Yoder as he tried to turn up the field with it. Ridge lays it off. Danny Rowe to pick up the pieces. Donina, he has the opportunity. Look at the back shoulder run and look at the pace on this kid. He gets into the box. Ricks to stand him up, however, turning, weaving through, and what a poking challenge from the defender, number 15, Ricks. Ball sneaks through everybody. Fortunately falls for Hostetter. Puts it back in play. Butler. Pass not right at his feet. Chris Richards, number 17, also on defense for the away side. He's got to go against Mohu. Don't envy him here. Flings it over to Mason Miller. To Troy. Easily around a couple tackles. Does Miller think about it from range? He lays it off for the cap. Says, you do it, buddy. Tries to get it back to him. Unselfish. Ardiles. Donina. Hostetter. No. Okay, good ball movement for Alloy. Now what can they do with it? Richards fighting his way up the pitch. He's going against two. Great work from him. Tries to feed Butler. Another back shoulder run. He's got to get one poke on Donina. He can definitely get there. Jet fuel in his legs. Heavy touch forward. Thinking about setting up the cross. Maybe pings it off of Wilson. Denied. That'll be off of Donina. Clever play from Charlie Wilson. Kind of put that release valve. Get the pressure away from them. They can move up the pitch once again. Ricks. Huge launch. Ridge says, come on, man. He was all over me, but a captain v captain battle, you love to see it. Danny Rowe. Oh, whoa. A big challenge upends him. The center defensive mid's going at it, and this is Powder Keg heating up just a touch. Axman to Weaver. Here's Richards. Butler. Butler had made a back shoulder run, but was heavily offsides. Wisely lets that one go. And a goal kick will be awarded. Or sorry, Mace actually ran to get it. The ball didn't go out of bounds. Thought it had too much power on it. Mace to hoof it forward. Axman bunnies in his sneakers. Troy on the opposite side of the pitch now with an opportunity. Ridge almost with an overhead kick to get it back to him. Ridge on the ball once more. Goes around the defense. Tries to cut it back. Easily done. Oh, Mohu. Can't believe it. His head in his hands. The door slammed shut by the defense. Hostetter. Ardiles felt the pressure, made a mistake. It's a breezy night in Westchester. Nice jacket, a nice hat will do you well. These players, all they can do is run to warm up for sure. That one bounces to Bell once again. And roll it out to his defense. Kiefer launches that one. Wilson nods it back, easily dealt with. Bernays. been a lovely contest thus far. Donina has been the highlight player for me for the away side. You just feel like if he catch you sleeping, he'll be right beyond you. And Ridge, or Axman rather, might be right beyond the defense. That will go for a corner. If my calculations are correct, the first one of the match.
Our custom treatments remove any pests in your business's way. Terminix it.
Now, Westchester excels on set pieces with the likes of Axman, how high he can rise. Weaver using his physicality. See if anyone can get on the end of this. Look at that! Ridge Robinson, the intended target, nods it wide. Now, folks, we have plenty of action around the APSL. There's one that's happening this weekend. That'll be on Sunday, May 3rd. That's Philadelphia Heritage SC versus the Medford Strikers at 6 p.m. as part of the Delaware River Conference. Now, Philadelphia Heritage had an explosive first half of the season, and in the spring, they've lost some of that fuel. They've fallen down the table. They're looking to right the ship. Medford had the pleasure of broadcasting them last weekend. Not an easy team to defeat. Not their work come out for them. Danny Rowe flicking it up to Yoder. Puts it in the middle of the box. Weaver gets something on it. But Wilson will sweep it away. Mohu frustrated. He's like, I want to be a little touch more physical than that. But as long as it's consistent, that's good. Hostetter urging the team forward. This is an opportunity for the captain. Now, we've had a pleasure of interviewing Micah a number of times. Fantastic lad, very appreciative for everything we do here. We appreciate you, friend, but can anybody appreciate this cross? Nace! We'll say thank you very much. Quick counterattack, maybe too quick for Bernays as it rolls beyond him. Alloy with another opportunity. Donina stepped in front by Rex. Ardiles. Hostetter under duress. That one flung, but not handled just yet. Ridge puts his body on the line. That's Coley. We know he's got a shot in him, and that will be a foul by Ardiles. From bad to worse for the away side, a free kick in a very dangerous position. It had to be done. Ardiles on his recovery run. Crossed up Tomas Ascoli. He's definitely in a lethal position to have a shot on goal. Speaking of shots on goal, this is definitely prime position for the Westchester lads. Amspaker. That's Troy Amspaker. Let's see. He was lining up for it almost like a kicker for the NFL. See if he will go for it, or the left boot of Mohu will strike it. Amspaker! Oh, into the top of the net! Amspaker, the goal. Wow. And he lined it up, the vision. He saw his names in the lights here at Kildare's Field, and it'll be plastered everywhere after what an emphatic finish that was. Holy smokes. Now, April we did the saves of the month, Nick. Now, May we'll do goals of the month, and that surely will be on the highlight reel. That was one for the ages. We've been seeing free kick after free kick here across the Delaware River Conference. But it's now 2 for the home side. They're firmly in the lead. Ardiles. Mason Miller. Charlie Wilson. Thing with Westchester is they'll just wear you out with the passing. Almost like Man City-esque. Slaw you to sleep, and then they strike. How well they can move the ball, but it's the hustle ability from the away side. They're keeping themselves in it. Donina. Yoder. Switches the field to Null. Can't bring that one down. It was a tough ball to handle. Kiefer. Tino Nace has to use his feet here. Got to be careful against Dunina, especially as he's lurking in the box. John Ricks to move us forward. A hefty hoof to switch the pace of play. But the wind kind of cut it out from him. Here's the goal scorer. And he gets upended and says, no, all the ball, apparently. Still with Westchester, it remains. Weaver goes centrally. Wilson, another long ball through, intercepted. Yoder, Dunina, in plenty of space. Does he go for a cross? Tries to go 1v1. Goes to Yoder. Heavy touch from him. Tries to go around Charlie Wilson. He'll go to ground. So will Yoder. And it will be a foul. Or will it be outs? Referee's discussing it. We'll see what the call. It will be a foul. Committed by Westchester. Okay, prime position. It's like a corner, but just a little bit closer. This gives the players an opportunity to get in the ear of referee Cass, especially after that huge challenge on the other end. We're looking at Yoder now. How does he maybe extend the lifeline for his squad? He goes for a left-footed cross. Butler, the intended recipient, go past him and out of bounds for a goal kick. Okay, juicy. There's no one able to take a bite. Mace to Axman. He is always getting those headers to flick on. Gets it again. There's Wilson. Looking for an all-on-running Ridge Robinson. Always hustling. This is the wily vet. That's how you lead from the front for sure. Showing people how to put in the hustle work. Bernace. That looked like a handball, but mostly armpit, I guess. We'll roll back to Bell. Hostetter. Dunina puts it on to Ardiles. Goes back inside to Danny Rowe. Danny Rowe can't connect the pass. Westchester could be on the attack. Lays off for Escoli. John Ricks. Another cross-field play, and my word, look at the space for Axman to work. He mishandles it, however, and he was frustrated at himself for that. Fair enough. Yoder, frustrated at his own big touch. Here's Ridge. Nice back heel, and Olay from the crowd. Ridge spinning in danger, but three shirts smush him and get the ball back. This might be an opportunity. Look at Dunina. No foul here, no foul. That's just a crossing up the legs. He had the wrong way of the run. Ardiles steps two. Mohu. We'll leave it for Charlie Wilson. Still plenty of time in this first half. Alloy. They'll need to get one into the back of the net. They got 10 minutes or so to do it. Who will have the spotlight performance, the Herculean play from the side in green? They need the ball back first, however. John Ricks. Weaving through traffic. Gets slammed. Dunina once again. What a run from him. I want to see him cut inside. We'll cut the ball inside. Weaver. He just does everything he can to clear the lines. Dangerous. That's what we're looking for. Butler, his runs off the back shoulder have been nice. That time he went on the opposite shoulder. That's not where the ball was. Ardiles tries to fling it off the hands. And it will be a handball. It will be a handball called. And the handball rule is always contentious for me, especially when on defense. People have to put their hands behind the back. I hate that because how do you keep your balance? We even saw that in the Champions League today. Handball called. That one flung in from Hostetter right to Butler. That was great work, but the third pass, there's nobody there. Richards fighting. Nice work from Kiefer. And Yoder tries to pop it up. Kiefer has to do some work again. Hostetter gently brought down. Feeds Ardiles to the channel. And puts his body just to get the ball in bounds. Donina thinking about feeding him back. It'll go back to Hostetter. Out of bounds, the ball goes. Turnover is called. Westchester with the ball. Now, our Save of the Month competition is over, but you can still head to Instagram and check out those saves. I mean, as a goalkeeper myself, love to check out what the lads between the sticks are doing across the league. You should too. You can find us on Instagram at Game and Frame. If you're not already watching us on YouTube, tell your friends to check us out. Support your grassroots soccer scene. Of course, Game and Frame, your leader of grassroots soccer across the Northeast, whether it's Philadelphia, New Jersey, New York. It's always a pleasure to be part of the Philadelphia crew, covering all this action. Got hometown here, of course, Nick Kraus with me today.
From food-grade lubricants to LED lighting and every product in between, all in one place and easy to order. Call, click, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Adaleta. Kiefer just hacks at it. Fortunate to find Danny Rowe in some space. Great turn. Ardiles pushes that forward for Donina. Goes centrally with it. Yoder tries to cut inside. Pushes one challenge away. Adaleta to Danny Rowe. Hostetter. A lofted ball to that back post. No, we haven't called his name in a while. Butler will get the ball to him. Adaleta tries to go by Mason Miller. Cannot. He wins the ball back. Okay. No harm, no foul. Donina, though. Yoder goes for the left-footed shots right into the groin area of Charlie Wilson. A little beat up after that. Hostetter. Quick ball back in. Yoder. Donina. Now they're working the ball quickly, deciding green. Adaleta. The pass wasn't perfect to him. Richards. Adaleta tried to give it back to him, but ball too high, and that provides opportunity for Westchester to snatch it up. Rich Robinson twirling in space. He gets tossed to the turf. However, the ball keeps moving for the side in white. Richards, the last man there, and he gets the ball back. Donina gets his pocket picked by Ridge, and that's what we call a frustration foul. He's been harried a couple times, the captain in white, and he hasn't had anything called on his side.
Yeah, I'm upset about that one because they counterattack. Stop! You have to take your feelings.
Free Cass taking an opportunity to talk to the captains, and I think this is why Ridge went to ground in the first place. Let's take some of the pace out of the game for a second. Let's have a chat about where we're at, where we're going to go. Time dwindling down in this first half with Westchester control of possession and in control of the lead. Hostetter been flinging the balls to the left side of the pitch, looking for Butler, looking for Knoll. Hard Isles. Can he find in the lights? No. Looks like we will have a sub. And who will it be? It'll be the goal scorer. Wonder what happened there. Maybe clattered into a couple of folks. You hate to see it, especially with such a highlight reel sort of effort from him. That is Troy Amspiker. Will take a spot on the bench. It's been 2 injury substitutions in this first half, 1 for either side. Adaleta. Yoder. Can't get through 2. Now Ridge on the turn. Feeds the substitute immediately. Bell. It's going to hit us. Okay. Goes into the swamp instead. Hey, us Game and Framers, we're right there in the action for you, folks. There's no booth for us to stand in. We're in the elements bringing it to you. That is Justin Thomas, number 26, who's entered the pitch. He's got 4 goals and 2 assists on the season. We've got a backup ball here. We're back in play. Ridge. To Axman. Mohu. Uses his speed and physicality to get through traffic, and a corner will be awarded. That's the second for the home side. We've had a piece of magic on a set piece already. Can they pull the rabbit out of the hat twice? That's the question. Crosses in. That's an in-swinger. Bell fighting through traffic. Goes to ground. The substitute kicks it out of bounds.
I think antibiotics. We were in the hospital. Yeah. I'm very happy doing antibiotics. It's scary.
Back we go. Dogfight to get that aerial ball. Axman just launches that up. It'll fall, fortunately, for Bell. He's had a lot of work to do in this first half. Has looked a tad uncomfy between the sticks. Some of those aerial challenges for the punches, etc., have not necessarily gone his way. Axman on running, locating the ball within the lights. Finds Justin Thomas on running. Axman, oh, the clever shoulder. Mohu from range. Oh, my word. That was a rocket. We enter the extra time. Don't think there'll be much more than maybe a minute or 2 before we hit the halftime whistle.
Now I know I'm a people. Come on, space is ready.
Bell. Weaver. It'll be Wilson to clear the danger, but only just. Danny Rowe getting in the mix. Here's Ridge. And the halftime whistle will be called. So, folks, we hope you stick around for our halftime presentation, and we'll see you in 15.
From soccer fields across the USA to the legendary stadiums of Spain and Portugal, For 40 years, Petrobax has been the go-to expert for group travel to Spain and
From the West Town goalkeeper.
Estamos Manny Pradera. The West, who puts it.
Alloy SC. So far, the home side is up 2-0. Now, if they win or draw today, they will win the Delaware River Conference and get the quote-unquote supporter shield, if you will, for max amount of points. But there's still that 4-team playoffs, and Alloy is certainly in contention. Oakland United, and in that fourth place spot, there's a number of teams vying for it, like Real Central New Jersey, Philadelphia SC, Philadelphia Heritage. So that one's still up for contention, but I'm sure we'll see these two matching up again. So that's one to mark your calendars for. But for now, we're zoomed in for this special Tuesday night program. A clinical first half for Westchester. Some moments of magic for Alloy SC. They need to get the likes of Ryan Butler and Luke Knoll involved. 30 goals between those two lads. None so far here tonight. We've had 2 substitutions during that first half, both for injuries, one apiece. I don't think I'm seeing any adjustments to the starting lineup so far, but the captain's going at it. Bit of pace still knows Ridge Robinson legs. The Westchester playing that 4-2-3-1. Alloy playing more of a 4-5-1, kind of staying in a low block, then trying to counterattack and picking the pocket there, but can't keep the ball at his feet. Luke Knoll. Adaleta. Hostetter. Yoder has returned to defensive duties, but we may see him unleashed into the offensive third as this game goes on. They certainly need some sparks on the attack, and that won't do it. Doused is that attempt, and out for a throw. You have a different perspective now on the pitch. Dunina is on the far side now, and he's been quite electric in the channel with a couple of runs. Away is the call, but not away enough. As Coley will pick it up. A little smack off of him for a goal kick. That is fortunate for the away side as they were pinned in deep. Now, that jersey from Connor Bell, definitely shining in the night, purple and pink. And if you're looking for your own jersey, well, there's a place that you can go, and it's called UmbroGame.com. So they have a new design kit. Of course, their tagline is designed by Umbro, or produced by Umbro, designed and worn by you. So definitely check out UmbroTeam.com to create your own kit today. Maybe you can have a cool jersey just like Connor Bell. As cool as ever is the captain, Hostetter. Clears the lines for the defense. But potential opportunity for him. Ardiles. He slings it to Knoll, who cuts inside. He goes for goal for Knoll! A lifeline tossed into the crisp night in Westchester. Alloy with an emphatic opening to this second half. That's exactly what they needed. We now have a scoreline of 2-1. It's that counterattack that's exactly their game plan, and they executed it. So that halftime, they figured something out, and they got it done. Now, the only silver lining, or the only detriment, is that was early on in this first half, so there's still plenty of time for both sides to score some goals. Now, if you're just joining us, we were talking in the first half how last time these teams met, it was a 5-3 goal-scoring affair. Went the way of Westchester. So, definitely goals in the forecast for sure. Bernays. Mohu, he gets his foot stepped on by Yoder. Yoder with the ball back. Tries to go for another on-running. Dunina is trying to locate the ball in the air, and that'll be a foul as he draped over Charlie Wilson. Mohu is pleading his case to the assistant referee on this near side. Said contact's allowed. It's a physical sport. Didn't see any foul to it. Or both 50-50 ball. That's fine, but we'll keep a tab on it. Swarming the ball is the side in green. That's what you like to see. Kind of turn up the tempo just a touch. Adaleta with a chop ball to Ryan Butler. He pushes that wide, but not wide enough for Dunina. And Nace will launch it up. Richards to Danny Rowe. Kiefer to Yoder. To Richards. Good ball movement. It's okay to work it back, to work it up. That ball has to be better. Turnover now for Westchester, but they turn it right back. Danny Rowe. Axman to Mohu. Mason Miller. Goes wide for Westchester. Cut in and cut to the goal. A diving effort from Bell. Comfortable save for him, though. And the ball, he's kicked into the bleachers and kicked back into the swamp. That was an excellent effort from number 6 of Westchester. That's definitely a new player. That's Carter Gorchika. So he's been substituted in the back line. I don't see Jacob Weaver anymore there for Westchester. As once again, there's a struggle for the ball. It will be a foul. It will be a sub early, very early in this. Bernays, his number is called. Who else will trot over to the bench? Is it Mohu? Is it Mason Miller? It will be Mohu. That'll be his final act of this game. He taps in a couple of friends. I'm seeing number 23, Oliver Garcia. And who else will step to Justin Thomas? That'll be number 28. That is Joel Lopez. So our pair of substitutes have entered this contest. Ardiles. Mason Miller has made his way back to the defensive line, so some positional adjustments for Westchester. Coach Blaze is cooking up something. Let's see if he's bringing the heat. We're playing more defensively for the rest of the half. I mean, a 1-goal lead is hard to defend. Like we said, they just need a victory or a draw to win the conference. Here's Kiefer. Adaleta. Clips it forward. Too far for Dunina. Here's Rex. That's Coley. First touch for Lopez. Ridge helps him out. Nice ball for Oliver Garcia. He gets nudged off the line. That's a fine challenge. Yoder picks up the trash. Adaleta. No, he gets punched in the back, basically, by Ricks, and the foul will be called. Ardiles was looking for a quick start, and he'll get it. Butler. He's only got one ahead of him. He's got a lot of white shirts in front of him, too. Justin Thomas. Leaves it off for Ascoli. Lopez. To Ricks. Ridge Robinson in a pocket of space. Against Yoder he goes. Lays it off for Lopez, who crosses it in. Nobody there. No. on a dime. Oliver Garcia to Ridge. Spins in space. Takes down one, but has Coley now with quick feet and quick thinking. Danny Rowe, great defensive effort from him. Donina loses his footing. Whoa, keeps the ball for his side. Fantastic work. Ardiles needs some more comfortability from him. Every time he touches the ball, it seems like it's a hyper. He's a little bouncy with it. It's got to be calmer with the ball at his feet. Richards and Justin Thomas tackling each other. And Richards a little worse from wear after that contest. The trainer is now waved on to the field. We hope Richards is okay. Now, Alloy SC, they do have some depth. They brought some numbers for the game today coming from Lancaster. It's a decent drive away, about an hour and 15 or so. But still, on a Tuesday night, sometimes you can't have all the players that you want. So having one injury sub in the first half, maybe potential for a second in the second half, it's not what you want to see. I'll take a touch of the pace out of the match for sure. See Richards hoisted to his feet potentially. It's a good team effort, but I don't know. He might be better if he goes out. That's a big knock to the knee for sure. Maybe a touch of the concussion protocol maybe as well, but he was really grabbing at his lower extremities. Justin Thomas giving him the handshake, says, sorry about that. I don't know how many minutes Richards might have left in it. I think the subs are gearing up on the sideline, and Coach John for Alloy now is something to think about. I would say this would go in the favor of Westchester, considering the momentum after that goal was scored. For the away side, they had the pace with them. But now seeing one of their players go down, it rattles the mental just a touch. Never want to see one of your brothers be in pain like that. But you got to refocus after this long delay. See what you can do. Conversing is the back line. Eventually the conversation is ended and everyone ushered forward. Hostetter, of course, with a hefty kick. Butler reaches him. It'll deflect in the waiting arms of Nace. He looks for Lopez. He's got Green. He can work with Garcia. I don't think Richards can continue. He's really struggling. I think that ball might need to go out of bounds. But we're seeing another substitute actually for Westchester. Didn't notice them make their way onto the pitch. That's number 16. Let me check my roster. That's Samatima, number 16. And yeah, Richards, his day is done. He applaud for trying to continue. Yeah, the players will clap it up for him. That's, of course, led by the captain, Hostetter. But yeah, he needs to take a break. We'll have a substitute come in. Once I see that number on the opposite side of the pitch, folks, I'll let you know. Back to Axman. Great effort and work rate from him. Smacks against Garcia. Ardiles has been pretty dogged in the mix of things. Adaleta pressured. Hostetter to turn, however. Does he get this new substitute involved? Maybe not just yet. Goes for another long-ranged effort. Butler lets it go beyond him, but he'll be first to reach it. Finds the feet of Yoder. Good move from Yoder. Does he cut inside again? Tries to go around a Ricks, but runs out of real estate.
had Ryan Butler cutting inside. I feel like after he beat one, maybe a left-footed pass to cut the defense would have been the move, but try to earn some more space. Or Chica. That's Justin Thomas, who gets chopped down. Ardiles raises his hand of accountability. That says that's on me, but that's his second, maybe his third. Have to be careful. Oh, he's go for one again. Here's Ricks. Some quick feet. Lopez, ball on the string. Tries to flick it around for an on-running Garcia, but out of bounds it goes. Kiefer. Here's Null. Back to Yoder. How does he find Butler there? But he does. Butler, though, he was the furthest one forward. That'll roll back to Nace. Justin Thomas unable to get there in time. On defense, that's Pearson LaJoy with a great tackle to get the ball away, but now in the mixer of the midfields, and nobody's really claimed calm possession of this ball as it's been flung around quite consistently. I think that is Brian McDade, number 18 for defense. They've made a roulette wheel of changes, Westchester. Even I've got to get my head on straight with all the different personnel that have entered the match. No. Uh-oh. A smack to the face in Ricks, but I think that was just the falling arm of Knowles. He was trying to catch himself. Those two collide once again. It's been a fine tussle to witness for sure, but we know that there's a meter in John Ricks' eyes as it gets steadily closer to full on red. He's got to be careful. And now he's yapping into Knoll. Hofstetter. He's got a cannon of a leg. He squares up. Might be a little out of his range, but he might go for it. Do we have another highlight reeling effort on our hands? A shot low. Off the behind of Butler, unfortunately. He'll go out of bounds.
Meatloaf again? That's it? I'm switching families.
You can't just switch.
The Garcia just switched the internet to Verizon Fios. And they eat pizza on Mondays.
Get Verizon Fios 100% fiber internet starting at $20 a month.
See ya.
Oh, the last touch from a Westchester player. Okay. Fortune smiles upon the away side. They get a corner kick. And my notes state that's the first one they will be awarded in this half. That goes in. That's not in. Whoa, a streak in the night is Tino Nace. Snatches that one out of the air. Fortunate for him. Looks for Justin Thomas in the offensive third, but Pearson LaJoy able to beat him to the punch. LaJoy still with some work to do. Adeletta now. To Hofstetter. Kiefer. It's a rough challenge from Ricks. Like we said, that meter, it's getting close to 100% of rage. Justin Thomas. To McDade. That's Coley and some pressure. Samatima. That was a tough ball for Ascoli to work with. Butler with a couple on-running members of his squad. Looks for Dunina. Acrobatic clearance from McDade. Dahl intelligently hits it off of Ascoli for a throw. Hofstetter. He's been known for the switches so far in this one. Danny Rowe put in an awkward spot. Somehow falls to Null. Joy had his positioning incorrect there now. Leaves Hostetter with some work to do. What a challenge from him. He fist pumps the air. Well timed from the captain. It's been end-to-end action for sure. We knew it would be between the first and the third place teams in the conference. It's always a lovely contest between these two for sure. McDade. Tima. Very close to a turnover there. McDade tries to clear it, and Justin Thomas the last to touch it, unfortunately. It'll go the way of Alloy. Throw-in trick did not work, and Ridge Robinson has a chance to feed Justin Thomas, who's at the top of the box. He tries to cut in, and it's stabbed away. McDade. Sorry, that was Gorchika. Gorchika again. He gets a strong challenge, and he's on the ground. That foul will be called. Ricks. Noel to meet him. Those two, now they've got like a blood feud going. They're going to be locking horns the rest of this game for sure. Lopez. That's great hustle effort from Ardiles. With the ball turned over. Tima. He gets cut down, but whoa, the ball, he said it's good. The challenge, fine. We keep continuing. Adaleta. Here's Garcia. He doesn't know where to go with it. He'll find Tima. Ascoli turning in some tight corridors. He goes by two. A heavy touch. Nice work from Axman to put it to McDade. Pacheca. Justin Thomas. He's got some pace in those legs, but can he get around the burly Hostetter? No, he cannot. And out of bounds, it goes for a goal kick. Brian Bell, he had that one leaping save early in this first half, but really hasn't had much of the ball since, and I think Alloy content to keep it that way. They've been on the front foot for most of this second half, so their halftime talk, whatever it was, has been working for them. Mace. Not a good clearance from him. Noel on the counter effort. Oh! Very close for a brace for Noel. Mace frustrated with himself, but he has a goal kick now. To McDade it goes. Or check it. Another fine battle has been this one between Justin Thomas and LaJoy, but Justin Thomas getting the better of him this time as LaJoy checks back. He forces the rotation to the opposite side. Here's Ricks to Lopez. Oh, great hustle play again. Effort abound from this guy. He wants the ball at his feet, and he gets it now. Butler with the let. He knew Duina was behind him. Ricks and 1v1 against Yoder. Claimed by Bell. That attack peters out. Hostetter, another long-ranged pass, lobbed up for Ardiles. Here's Danny Rowe. Donina. Ball worked from the away side. Steadily creeping forward, Yoder. Kiefer. Hostetter. Adeletta now. Danny Rowe. They always put him in some tight situations, and he always seems to wiggle himself free. No. Turns inside. Bumps into a couple. And that was a double team onto Tima. And he goes down. Here's Lopez. Axman was willing him forward, just on the wrong side of it. No. Too high for Ardiles. Not high enough for McDade to knot it down. Danny Rowe once again. Feeds it for Adeletta. He goes central to Ardiles. Flicks it on. That's a 1-2 combination. The wary to the danger was Nace once again. Ardiles almost playing like the wild man out there. He's all over this attacking third, pressuring the ball as much as he can. Nace. Another aerial battle. This time goes the way of Alloy. Ball not settled, but falls to the feet of Butler for an opportune shot. He lays it off for Ardiles. No. Has another opportunity to recycle it in. Ardiles with the ball at his feet. And he gets stopped up by Tima. Not necessarily a golden opportunity for the wayside, but a decent one at that. Had Nace fallen to the turf, anticipating the shots, but the defense helped him out. Butler pushes McDade down. A foul will be called for him. That's another guy that has a rage meter you have to look out for. We've seen him get a couple of reds in our day. McDade taking a big knock to the knee, probably a dead leg of all things. And a yellow card. That's the first of the match. Will be awarded to Ryan Butler. '71st minute now. Chances are we'll have a few minutes of extra time with all the injuries that we've had, unfortunately, throughout this contest. And of course, we'll always have a player interview for the winning side. So you always want to stick around for that. We always have some fantastic questions for these teams. Nace. Who does he link up with? Ridge. It's just the distraction for Justin Thomas to receive the ball. Goes around Kiefer. Kiefer regets the position. Hard to see the ball on that side of the pitch. Lots of bodies in front of it, but it'll go out of bounds for a throw-in. Ridge Robinson working through traffic. Gets the ball tackled away from him, but he leaves a dangling leg for a tackle. And Ardiles will be dumped to the turf. Okay, well, we expected this one to be a fiery affair. Cameraman Nick Krause, and we are surely getting our wish. How can referee Cass now keep the lid on it? We've seen one yellow card. Might see more, but oh my gosh, Tino Nace. He barrels through his own team just to get the chest down. Justin Thomas now has some thinking to do. Adeletta with the ball. Tries to feed Butler, but McDade winning this challenge. Ridge Robinson, the captain's going at it again. Shouts to hold the ball from both of the coaches. They want some possession. It's been too chaotic for the last 5 minutes or so. Somebody slow it down, but we will not be obliged. Noel feeding Butler. Goes around McDade, but not all the way around. It's poked by Yoder and Kiefer. And the ball caught under him, but fortunate enough to get it to Bell. And up the pitch we go again. Almost dragged down there by Adeletta, and he can't believe the foul wasn't called. That was a Pretty big tug on the jersey, all things considered, but okay, we play on. Here's Ricks. He lets the ball go beyond him. He sees Lopez, but that one caught under his boots and setting the starry night. Well, folks, if this is not enough action for you, we certainly have other APSL action. On May 3rd, we have Philadelphia Heritage SC versus Medford Strikers at 6 p.m. That's part of course, the Delaware River Conference. And Philadelphia Heritage needs to win that for sure. They want to have any contention in that fourth place spot. That one's coming at us like a missile. The bleachers save us there. It's been frantic over the last few minutes. You can feel how much these teams want it. But this is only just the scaffolding for what's to come when the playoffs roll around, and these two will surely clash once again. Here's Yoder. He just hacks it to Dunina. It was a fine chest down, but nobody was there to meet it. But Ridge Robinson off to the races. But Brian Bell, he is going to have to buy that ball as he just cuffs it in the parking lot. That's fine from Bell. He doesn't care. It's not his home turf, not his home ball. Ricks. Lopez. We'll see a thigh pass every day. It'll fall to Ascoli. So Ricks. Seems like Alloy has found the strategy. It's just full on press. Just use their athleticism. Just make sure there's no time for Westchester to think. As they go for this attacking option, it falls short with the offside flag. Hostetter, of course, will have the ball at his feet to restart. He smacks that up. Ardiles. All I can do is have it fall to Nace. McDade. Garcia. Finds Lopez in lots of space. Yoder square him up. Cutting inside is Lopez. Finds his buddy in Garcia, but only just. Here's McDade. This is some of that discipline and patience Coach Blaze was looking for, but there's the counter strategy. It's the full-on press from the side in green, and they'll get the throw. As long as you don't give Westchester time on the ball, they can't play their game. Yoder, that one dropped on a dime to him. Lopez. Ardiles now. He feeds Butler, who was on sides and on running. Nace had to survey and calculate. He got there in time. Hostetter. That's exactly the play they're looking for. These off-shoulder, back-shoulder runs from Butler have been sublime. They fed him a couple times. Dunina using his pace.
What's for dinner? This. Avoid the sad trombonist with Wonder. And mix and match dishes from 20-plus mouth-watering chef-crafted menus in one order.
That's a dangerous ball, though. Bell racing for it. He barely gets a piece, but enough to push it out of bounds. Time, however, is now against the away side. We've got about 15 minutes and some change. That one pinged at Hofstetter. He brings it down. He's got a burly chest. Butler pushes it on for Null, and he has the pace on to Axman. He recovers just enough for Nace to be there. Holy. Some life now in the away side. The momentum continues to swing their way. It's a bend, don't break. And that is Ardiles, who's dumped to the turf, maybe too cinematically. Here's Ricks. Lopez on his horse. But Kiefer had the angle. And he'll step 2. Ardiles, he'll get up. He'll get back into play. Ricks. Westchester would do well with a goal. Same with Alloy. Yoder kicks it forward. Butler, he's winning contest after contest. And that has to be a foul for Ardiles. That's at least his 3rd or 4th. That was a revenge hit of epic proportions. I've definitely been there for sure. See the red in your eyes, just go right at a guy. Tima taking the brunt of that damage. We'll get up. Ardiles now says he's pleading his case. He's like, I got elbowed in the face. Okay. Everything has always happened to everybody. Always happening to you, huh? Well, we'll see. Tima now. He might be the one who's next to commit the foul. This is where the captains have to come in and show leadership. So it seems like all these individual clashes have been happening. Too much time to think for Westchester. The ball rolls out of bounds. Ardiles with the overhead kick. Danny Rowe to knot it on, but only as far as McDade. Tima to Rise. I can't fault Ardiles for his aggression and passion. Safety is always the key, and you got to keep a level head. You can be aggressive, not dangerous. Justin Thomas barely getting that away, but only as far as Yoder, who releases Null. He has an opportunity to cut inside, but so many white jerseys in front of him. He chops that in for Dunina. Has to hurdle over Nace. That was a bit of trickery. I was looking at Butler the entire time, thinking he was the intended recipient, but Dunina like a shadow in the night. Looking to pluck that one in the back of the net. Doesn't find it there. Ridge now with a touch on the ball. It's been a while since we've called his name. Ricks lofts it up. Nice work from Hostetter. The touch had to be better. Well, we have a substitute enter. Danny Rowe's number is called. He will head to the bench. I believe that was Lopez for Westchester who committed the foul. He was just dragging people down. This is maybe a more offensive-minded player who has joined the Coliseum for Alloy. Once I see the number, I'll let you know. And that is Habibi Emami, number 54. Hostetter might be looking for him. He's a hefty lad up there. Is there any gas left in the tank? They're still seeing a lot of sparks. But I need to see something engulfed in flame for Alloy. Could it be Yoder? Or Amami? His first touch, not clean. Ricks feed Justin Thomas in a wonderful bit of space, but Hostetter, the long legs of the law, will cut that one out.
Here's a fun one. Guys, pretend like you're holding up the building behind you. Make sure. Yeah. That's
okay,
great.
Now give her phone back.
How do y'all know each other? You friends?
Progressive can't save you from becoming your parents, but we can save you money when you bundle home and auto with us.
Oops, my finger was in it.
When you love your dog like crazy, you make sure their food is delicious, just like yours. Caesar, love like crazy.
Go as far as a throw. Not out of the woods yet. Is the side in green. Waiting for the throw. Ridge Robinson can't handle that one. He slaps his leg in frustration. Defense giving him no time to think, and that's exactly the way they like it. LaJoy. Adaleta. Adaleta to feed Knoll, but oh my goodness, through the back was Lopez. And Knoll, hey, he's standing strong. You love the physicality from the lad. Butler now. Timo, the great recovery run, however. Ardiles, those two have crossed paths before. Tima. To Garcia. He could have a shot from range. He does. And it goes wide. All right, they're clapping for the young blood. They say that's fine. Have your chance. Brian Bell. Still plenty of time in regulation remaining. You only need a second or two to score a goal. There's Robinson putting his body on the line. He's now holding his face as he gets turf bits all up in it. This one goes to Brian Bell again. This will bring referee Cass. Coach Blaze yelling at his team. Hopefully you got your earmuffs on, folks. That is not PG related, but he is frustrated, and rightly so. He says, why are we giving the ball back this quick? Use our game, which is possession. But the team right now, they're feeling the pressure. They're in hot water as they are harried constantly by the side in green. And when that happens, you make mistakes. You just want to get rid of the ball. You want to try to find an attempt. Maybe if we get another goal, we have some pressure relieved off of us, whatever it may be. But calm will prevail. Referee Cass gonna have some things to think about as he's the one holding on to the ball, and he'll give it back to the goalkeeper for a restart. Restarted now. We are. Okay, Yoder. Looking for Butler. He was gritting his teeth for that challenge. That one through the back was Tima, and that one called. Surprised no yellow for Tima. That's those two once again. The temperature is surely rising here, Nick Krause. Keep that camera rolling. Hostetter. One standing over it. How will he play this one? Puts it in, but right to the palms of Nace. Needs some more lethality from the captain there. That ball was too easy for the goalkeeper to claim. Ricks unleashes Lopez with a full head of steam. Yoder matching him stride for stride. Tries to feed Garcia at the top of the box. That's Coley with a one-time. Clips off his boot, but gently brought down by Thomas, but not gently enough. LaJoy does enough to get that one back to his side. Or does it? No, out of bounds. Okay, last touch by LaJoy. It'll be a throw in for Westchester. Will they maintain possession or will they go for goal? Ridge over the head. Oh, one-time half volley. Lopez doesn't connect all the way. Yoder out of bounds. Ricks, patient to get back on the ball. Puts it to Lopez.
At Terminix, we know your business thrives on positive reviews. And a single roach can drop you.
He immediately is crashed upon by two players. Ricks, nice physicality from him. But I love the physicality back. Nobody is playing with fear in this contest. Ridge to receive. He turns. He's at the top of the box. He lays it off for Justin Thomas. Pings off the post. Brian Bell's best friend, a back heel, but only on the way to Tima. This is last-ditch defending. A stood up. Now Ryan Butler on the chase. Donina tries to find Ardiles, but Ricks charging like a bull. And that is actually fine. That is a fine challenge. I don't know about that. I think that was fine. Both of those lads were running straight towards it. Kiefer. Both of them were colliding to it. It's dangerous. I don't like when players do that at all, but I think they were both fine. The play should have kept going. That's tough. That is tough. But, okay. Cass, he's the one heading this game. No matter what anybody says, the ball will lie with Westchester. Anytime you talk to the ref, the more time you're wasting. LaJoy can't handle the heat. And out of bounds it goes. Coach Blaze, like we said, demands perfection. Hacked down as Garcia, and another free kick awarded. But this is kind of the flip side of the coin when you play with that press. So that sometimes you have to foul. Sometimes you can do fouls that you don't want to do. Justin Thomas. He sees Lopez all by his lonesome, actually. If he could pick him out, he has some free real estate for sure. He goes for it, but that one was stepped to by LaJoy, and maybe it's touch early. Here's Noel. Gets to it first. Goes through the legs. Finds Imami. Imami. Not a lot of pace in those legs, however. You feel, though, if Alloy gets a set piece, Imami might be a threat in the air. He's on running to that. Yoder fights off another arm. This is an opportunity now as Coley was waiting and Justin Thomas was holding his run to keep him on sides. That's popped up for Yoder. Ridge does enough. It'll go for the way of Alloy. Last off of Ridge, apparently. Yoder thankful to get the ball. Tosses that up. Here's Null. He works his way through the danger. In tight spaces, however, the ball out of bounds. Alloy keeps it. Ardiles. Great work from him. Null. How does he have the ball again? Imami lays it off. He flings it on for Ardiles. The first touch puts him wide. Where are the reinforcements? He needs them, and he needs them now. Adaleta goes into the 3, and the ball goes out of bounds for a corner. This is the moment we were looking for, especially with the likes of Imami. That's 54. Only the second corner of the match for the away side. Let's see what they can get done with it. Is there a moment of magic as we are in extra time? Low ball. And that's out of bounds immediately. Nothing coming out of that one from Adaleta. Tired legs at this moment from him. Mace.
When emergency strikes, first responders need their critical technology to move as fast as they do. That's why T-Mobile created T-Priority. So in times of congestion, first responders get more capacity, faster speeds, and extended coverage, even in remote areas. Backed by the world's largest satellite-to-cell network. T-Priority, built for tomorrow's emergencies. Ready today on America's best network.
Go farther in the all-new Jeep Cherokee Hybrid with over 500 miles of range with no plug needed.
Bye, Billy.
So you can get all the way to the river. And back again.
Blaze was calling for his team to win it in the air. Don't necessarily win it in the air that time. Ridge lays it off to Garcia, and Ridge gets it back. Trying to find an on-running Justin Thomas. That's Garcia who gets wrapped up. Another foul on this side of the pitch. How much time do we have left? Well, it wasn't a 5-3 slugfest of goals, but it certainly had everything. These players giving it their all on this Tuesday night. A lot of these players are going to waddle into work tomorrow, beaten, battered, and bruised. A fight in the corner, and the ball will go the way of Alloy. It's for a throw-in. Here's Kiefer. Has to be careful with Ridge on the chase. Yoder, that was great defending from Lopez to take the sting out of it. As Coley. Yoder steps it out of bounds, and he'll chase it out of bounds to make sure no more clock is wasted. It's about game management at this point. Much to Alloy's dismay, Chris crossed up. Butler charging forward, Axman standing him up. And that will be that. The players, they know they'll meet again in the playoffs for sure, but it will be a conference title for Westchester Predators. They win this one 2-1. Now, folks, don't go anywhere. We'll have an interview on the other side.
From soccer fields across the USA to the legendary stadiums of Spain and Portugal, for 40 years, Petrobax has been the go-to expert for group travel to Spain and Portugal. We organize soccer group trips from start to finish, flights, hotels, transportation, and guided tours, all perfectly coordinated by our experienced team. Your trip can include attending La Liga and Portuguese Primeira Liga games, matches against local teams, pro training sessions, and even tournaments. As true experts in Spain and Portugal, we'll ensure you also experience the rich history, vibrant culture, and incredible food these countries are famous for. Celebrating 40 years of crafting unforgettable journeys to Spain and Portugal. Petrobax, your team, your passion, your trip to Spain and Portugal starts here.
My name is Austin Brummett. I'm a men's soccer player at San Diego State University, and I play forward. The Salt Air Case helps block odor from my cleats when I'm driving in my car or when I'm keeping my cleats inside my house, so I don't have to worry about it stinking up my room. It helps me keep track of my cleats and my shin guards, so I know that they're together, and I don't have to worry about tracking them down or losing them or stressing out about where they are. I would definitely rock this, walking to the games, walking around to my trainings. And it's super helpful for travel. When I travel in the airport to go to away games, it's not going to stink up my backpack or stink up the plane where I'm sitting. Magnetic strip on the top is super easy to open to take my cleats out and to put my cleats back in. I think it's an essential part of my outfit for soccer, and it helps keep all my stuff organized and stink-free.
A quality highlight reel is crucial for college and pro recruitment. A lot of services offer generic solutions, but at Game & Frame we know every player is unique and needs a personalized approach to win over coaches. Our process is simple. We work with any footage, and if you need help finding your best plays, we'll review games for you. Once we've finished, you'll have a reel you can upload to any recruitment platform. We've helped hundreds of players get the attention they deserve, including placements in Division 1 programs. Scan the QR code or email us for a free consultation and start the journey to maximize your recruitment potential.
Welcome back, Game Framers. It's Phil Boda here with the captain of Westchester Predators, Ridge Robinson, the golden boots of the Delaware River Conference. Had a goal today, and we'll get to that, but a couple of questions for him. The Westchester Predators, you won the conference. How does it feel?
Yeah, it's really exciting. I mean, that's why we come into the season. We want to be national champions again like last year. This is the first step on that way.
100%. And you were part of that 2-1 victory. You opened the score line with a fantastic header. Ridge, do you do yoga or something before this? How did you even get that ball to the opposite side of the net?
No, definitely no yoga. I could definitely use that. I want to give a lot of credit to August on that play. He had an amazing first touch on that big long ball. He set up the whole play. That was fantastic from him.
Yeah.
Meatloaf again? That's it. I'm switching families.
You can't just switch.
The Garcia just switched the internet to Verizon Fios, and they eat pizza on Mondays.
Get Verizon Fios 100% fiber internet starting at $20 a month.
See ya.
Great work all around in this 2-1 victory. Our next question is, Alloy, you'll probably see him again in the playoffs. This was a fiery affair. Any words to him?
Yeah, I mean, we played in the conference final again last year. We know they're a fantastic team. If we play them in the playoffs, I'm looking forward to it. We want to play the best teams possible, and we think they're a very good team, so we love the challenge.
Absolutely. Well, I surveyed the fans, and they had a question for you, and one of them was, what's your favorite color, Ridge? We got to know.
It's blue. 100%.
Like the Westchester blue or like a dark blue?
I like the Westchester blue, but I'm a Chelsea fan. I like the Chelsea blue.
Okay. A royal blue it is.
Chelsea's not too good right now, but I like the blue.
That's right. I think they just lost the Leeds in the FA Cup. They won. They're going to play Man City, which is my favorite team. So that's going to be one to watch for sure. Maybe we'll have a watch party, Ridge. Well, Game Framers, that was an exclusive with Captain Ridge Robinson. We'll see you next time.
Speaker! Oh, to the top of the net! Damn, Speaker! Look at that! Wow. He minded up the vision. You saw his names in the lights here at Kildare's field and he'll be plastered everywhere after what a...
Far from his back line, finds Pompliano. Oh, and he takes it back to Zorro. Pompliano. Cut in. Oh, what a finish! Luke Pompliano showing why the number 10 is slapped across his back with a beautiful build-up and finish.
What a
tackle at the last second. Now Bednarski! What a shot by Bednarski! No saving that!
Instacart helps me get home so fine. Pick up thin, no need to read my mind. Honey glazed in a Dijon cream. Just wanna make my sandwich sing.
goal. That is a dream goal. They found it. They finally found the goal they were looking for.
What a finish that is! Do not scratch your eyes! This is really happening!
How to win the FIFA World Cup on Airbnb? Book a home near the stadium. Jump into a pickup game with your host Fer. She used to play pro. Then head to Romello Studio and design your dream jersey. With home's experiences and services, some trips are better on Airbnb.
Maximize your system performance with products delivered fast to keep temp steady and energy use efficient. Call clickgrainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are here at Mercer County Community College for an APSL Delaware River Conference matchup between Real Central New Jersey versus Vitus United. A tale of two ends of the table. Central sitting in 4th place, looking to get that playoff push with less than 4 games left. Vitus United have a bit of a different tale, looking for their first win in 15 games. The good news for Vitus, their last win was against Real Central. Who comes out on top? We'll see.
From soccer fields across the USA to the legendary stadiums of Spain and Portugal, for 40 years, Petrobax has been the go-to expert for group travel to Spain and Portugal. We organize soccer group trips from start to finish, flights, hotels, transportation, and guided tours, all perfectly coordinated by our experienced team. Your trip can include attending La Liga and Portuguese Primeira Liga games, matches against local teams, pro training sessions, and even tournaments. As true experts in Spain and Portugal, we'll ensure you also experience the rich history, vibrant culture, and incredible food these countries are famous for. Celebrating 40 years of crafting unforgettable journeys to Spain and Portugal. Petrobax, your team, your passion, your trip to Spain and Portugal starts here.
My name is Austin Brummett. I'm a men's soccer player at San Diego State University and I play forward. The Salt Air Case helps block odor from my cleats when I'm driving in my car or when I'm keeping my cleats inside my house so I don't have to worry about it stinking up my room. It helps me keep track of my cleats and my shin guards so I know that they're together and I don't have to worry about tracking them down or losing them or stressing out about where they are. I would definitely rock this, walking to the games, walking around to my trainings. And it's super helpful for travel. When I travel in the airport to go to away games, it's not going to stink up my backpack or stink up the plane where I'm sitting. Magnetic strip on the top is super easy to open to take my cleats out and to put my cleats back in. I think it's an essential part of my outfit for soccer and helps keep all my stuff organized and stink-free.
A quality highlight reel is crucial for college and pro recruitment. A lot of services offer generic solutions, but at Game & Frame we know every player is unique and needs a personalized approach to win over coaches. Our process is simple. We work with any footage, and if you need help finding your best plays, we'll review games for you. Once we've finished, you'll have a reel you can upload to any recruitment platform. We've helped hundreds of players get the attention they deserve, including placements in Division I programs. Scan the QR code or email us for a free consultation and start the journey to maximize your recruitment potential.